Hello, my beautiful lady. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about normal clothes versus elegant, classy, and sophisticated clothes. And is it really okay to be wearing comfortable clothes such as jeans or shorts? And let me give you a short answer, a little hint. No, it's actually not okay. And we're going to talk exactly about why and kind of the difference between the two, and let's just get into it. Hello, it's me, Karina, and welcome back to my channel where I make videos about money, women, and power. And let's just discuss the difference between normal clothes and elegant and classy clothes, and kind of some things about them, what's okay to wear, what's not okay to wear. The whole point of this channel is to make you a better version of yourself and to kind of educate you about how to do that. And we're going to be talking perhaps about some uncomfortable things, but these are the common truths. And the common hard truth is the way you dress, the way you present yourself, the way you act is going to get you the results in life that you may or may not want. And unfortunately, as comfortable as it might be, wearing normal clothes that seem to look okay just is not enough. If you're really trying to reach that high status in your life, to try to attract the most positive things, to try to uplift yourself, you really do need to go the extra step and portray yourself as an elegant lady that you are. With the cultures changing and kind of it being 2020 and people becoming more liberated, it's looked more upon to wearing very, very casual things such as sweatpants and flip-flops and baggy clothes. But unfortunately, that's really not going to get you far in life. Okay, let's be honest. When we see a beautiful woman or a man walk down the street and they look presentable, we're more attracted to that. And I don't mean in kind of a loving way. I mean that it grabs our attention and it makes us think, oh, I wonder what they're doing. What are they doing with their life? Things like that, or that is a very classy outfit. And trust me, when you dress that certain way, you will be getting more positive attention. You will be getting more compliments. You can argue this with me all day long, but when you try it out, your life will change. And trust me, just give it a go. Dress this way for a few days and comment down below if you don't feel or see a difference or a more positive perception from other people. Now let's discuss the several factors between what normal clothing is and what elegant, sophisticated, and classy clothing is, and again, why you should go more towards the latter direction. The first thing you should pay attention for, and that this is a very big determinant between something that looks just plain and simple and normal versus elegant, classy, sophisticated, is the fit. Are you dressing in accordance to your body shape and how the clothes are fitting you? Because even if the garment is beautiful, if it's baggy or well-fitted or ill-tailored, it's not going to bring out your best features. Versus if it's tailored to your body, it doesn't even have to be crazy or super expensive. It just has to look like you belong in that garment, like it's made for you. It's going to make you feel better, and it's just going to look more put together. If your wardrobe is comfortable, that does not mean it's necessarily a good thing. You can be comfortable but still look presentable. That does not mean you can slouch around in a sweatshirt and sweatpants and those hideous pair of sandals. That's not going to get you anywhere, okay, ladies? The next thing between normal and classy and elegant is how much skin you actually show. And I do emphasize this on my channel because I strongly do believe that showing more skin does not necessarily make you look better. And the norm is, and sadly this is the truth, that the more you show, the more appealing you look, but that is very, very false. I believe is you attract what you are, and if you're giving off that type of energy, you're not necessarily going to attract the right people or the right events or the right opinions into your life. You can be sophisticated, classy, sexy if you wish, without showing your cleavage, your midriff, your legs, all of the above. You can be somewhat conservative and sexy at the same time. Now let's talk about our favorite ripped jeans, our ripped beach shorts versus other elegant clothes. Me personally, I do not own a single pair of jeans anymore because I do not think that there is a way to dress them up. I think jeans, especially shorts, that's a whole nother topic, especially jean shorts and jeans, they just take your outfit 10 notches down. No matter how nice of a handbag you have, no matter how great of shoes you have, no matter how fancy your blazer is, I do not think there is room for jeans or shorts in an elegant sort of, you understand my point. There's just no room for them. You can really just change that up by wearing a nice classy pants or a skirt, anything of that sort, but jeans just completely ruin an outfit, and I don't think it looks presentable at all. Now let's talk about shoes as well. I personally love a good heel. Anytime I am doing something of importance, if I have a meeting, if I have a presentation, if I'm going to do kind of important errands, or of course some type of event, or if I'm going out for fun, heels is my go-to. But I understand that not everybody kind of can really pull off even a low pair of heel, and if you can't, I really suggest that you learn to walk in them because they will elevate you 10 notches up. So that's one thing, right? But just because we're not necessarily wearing heels 24/7, and I don't believe that we do, even though I personally like to take that approach, there are still better shoes that we can wear besides your typical Converse or Vans, or, you know this, my most hated pair of shoes is the sandal, especially the rainbow sandals. They're huge here in California. I just do not understand that trend. I never will. Even despite the fact that I live in a beachy environment and I see it all around me, I think there is no place for sandals in an elegant lifestyle whatsoever. But those are very different, okay? What a pair of Converse or a pair of Vans or a pair of sandals signifies to me is that you are in middle school or high school or just a typical college student. It does not scream sophisticated. It does not scream classy. I do not understand. I know that it's a comfortable shoe, but the only shoe I own that is a kind of a walking shoe is tennis shoes, and I only wear those to the gym or to go hiking. You won't see me wearing tennis shoes in public like that, especially Converse or sandals, because it doesn't go with anything. No matter what type of outfit you wear, if it's a sundress or even jeans, it just takes it down so many notches. And again, you are not giving off the sophisticated vibe. You're giving off the, you know, typical, just the girl next door, plain Jane type of vibe. And if that's what you're going for, then a pair of jeans or a pair of shorts and a little cardigan and sandals or Converse, you feel free to wear them. But again, this channel is not for that. These trends are widely accepted, and I don't think they serve us women whatsoever. That is why I'm kind of coming out with the harsh truth about them. So honestly, stay away from the typical norm of wearing sandals or Converse or Vans. Go for something a little bit more trendy, such as a heel if you have important tasks to do. Learn to walk in heels, or even a nice classic flat shoe, okay? Now, another popular thing is the color/pattern selection of your clothes. And this can be very important because even elegant and high-end clothes don't necessarily mean that they make you look better. I have seen some hideous patterns and colors, and I'll tell you a few of them here, such as neon colors. Not flattering at all. They look very cheap. They look ill-made. I do not care if Gucci makes them. It just does not look good. The second most hated print that I would say is the alligator prints. Most of the things you see on Instagram, 99% of them are fake alligator, and it shows. And if it's real alligator, you should really reconsider that, because that's quite cruel, and I don't believe in cruelty in that sort of way. So that's probably not serving you any other way. And if it's just the fake type, it looks very cheap. You will see it on skirts, you will see it on two-piece sets, which I don't like either. And this print doesn't even necessarily feel like the alligator material. It literally is made out of kind of like a fabric, which is obviously fake. So it's almost like a cheap knockoff of a very expensive type of print, which is, again, a bit controversial in my opinion, and I would not wear alligator print. So that's one of them, along with neon. And also with cheetah print, you really need to be careful, because that's coming off more of like a clubbing, cheap attire, things like that. It's not very fitting towards an elegant kind of behavior. Another thing to watch out for is the floral print. I know that used to be in style a few years back, but that really signals farm girl type of vibes, and also I don't think that's serving you, as well as kind of the flannel look that also does not look very classy or elegant, and there's no way you can updress a flannel unless you're camping, and maybe if you want to wear that when you're camping, that's fine, but to wear it out in public, it kind of gives off the hippie hillbilly vibe, and I don't think that's very sophisticated, classy, or elegant. Instead, I would suggest going more for solid colors that fit your complexion, maybe neutrals, maybe monochrome, maybe something simple with just one color pop. We don't have to go crazy. I understand that everybody has their own style, so they prefer to kind of add character to your outfits, and saying all of this doesn't mean that there's no character. It just means that there's a very thin line between looking presentable and then looking like very kind of almost childish, and that you just whatever, just wearing whatever, just normal things, right? There's nothing, it's not a crime, there's nothing wrong with it, but it does signal I'm just a normal human being. And do we really want to be normal and average? I sure hope not, because I certainly don't. Now let's talk about two more things. This is another thing I want to mention, and that is properly accessorizing. Those fake jewelry is not serving you at all. The fake diamonds, the fake necklaces, the necklace with your name on it, the bracelet with little stars or sea creatures or your horoscope, any of that, infinity rings, plate, like what is that called, the plated silver, it is not worth it, okay? I would suggest one piece of classic jewelry that is on the higher end that you save up for, rather than buying fashion jewelry that you see at stores like Claire's or Icing or any of those. There's just no added value with those, and it is very, very evident that it's a cheap, fake piece of jewelry, and that does not scream elegance, high class, any class. It just signals, I thought this looks cute, so I bought it. Again, this is really going back to kind of almost childish years, and I really suggest to stay away from those types of jewelry. And now let's talk about purses. And this is very, very, very important, because there's two extremes of this, right? There is the extreme of buying a very inexpensive bag that is obviously very, very inexpensive, and it shows. You're better off not wearing a bag at all than getting a bag like this, or you're better off having a no-name brand that's made out of high quality material. And let me tell you, those bags typically do not come from stores such as Forever 21 or H&M or any other little boutique store that you see at the mall. If you cannot afford kind of a more high-end purse, and I definitely do not recommend spending $3,000 on a bag, I suggest that you invest that money into a business, which is kind of my philosophy. I definitely think you should grow your assets. I do have a second business channel. I have an Amazon FBA. Maybe you're not familiar with the model, but if you're interested in more business topics, of course, you can head on to my other Amazon channel, which is Into a Milli, but I do cover business topics on this channel as well. So don't go crazy. Don't go spend crazy amount of money on a designer bag. I don't even like designer bags with huge logos all over them. I think it looks cheesy. I think it looks show-offy. I think it looks like you're trying to overcompensate for basically, this is my only designer bag and I spent every single last of my money on this designer bag, and that's just not a smart thing to do, okay? So if you're in the bag situation, there are good high quality bags that you can find online that are made out of high quality material, that are brandless, that look high quality, and I do suggest getting those as opposed to a bunch of cheapy little bags or worn out bags or a white or beige bag that collects dirt and things like that. Really stay away from that. It does not look good. It does not look flattering. And the good thing about the no-name bags that are high quality material is that they last a very, very long time. I once had my purse stolen in Barcelona with my cell phone, sadness, but that was gone, so I ended up purchasing another little bag. It was just one of those tiny ones that you carry with you for kind of daily tasks, for seeing the town if you don't want to carry around too much, right? But that was stolen, so I actually ended up buying another one in France, and it was just this tiny little bag in a little side boutique, and it was made out of genuine leather, and two or 3 years later I still have it, and it is still in mint condition, and I bring that around with me every single day because it's the perfect proportion, and quality really goes a long way. And again, it is completely brandless. It did not cost a lot whatsoever, but I paid for the quality material and it's still serving me to this day. So don't go on the cheap side to buy whatever you see, or like even a low-end brand. I don't like, for example, I don't like Michael Kors bags, I don't like Calvin Klein bags, because those are affordable and the logo is typically visible all over it, and everybody knows that it's kind of a low-end bag. So I really suggest, unless you are investing into, after you set up your business or you have good income, by the way, don't spend your money on luxury bags, okay? I'm really against that. But when you do get to a point where you can, get something with a small little logo that's kind of classic and works well with most outfits, and until then, just get something that is good quality, that is a brandless bag. Okay, so that was my video for normal clothes and how they're not serving you at all versus things that are going to elevate you, make you look more sophisticated, attract more positive attention and people, and therefore success in your life. You can argue with me all day long, but trust me, this stuff works. I know from personal experience, I know from other people's experiences. Don't repeat the mistakes, just do it for yourself, okay? I will see you in my next video. Do subscribe and like this video for more. Goodbye.